All right, here we go. Next session, Joni Taylor is beginning her 4th year as head coach at Texas A&M. Was named the 2025 Carol Ekman Integrity and Coaching Award winner last season. Joni founded and leads Beyond Basketball, an organization which sees over 150 women in the Texas A&M area, Bryan College Station, come together each month throughout the season to educate, support, and connect women to all backgrounds through fellowship and guest speakers. She has 2 daughters, JC and Drew, and her husband Darius recently joined Texas A&M women's basketball staff as the chief of basketball strategy and roster management. Yesterday I referenced having been named to the USA Basketball Board, so it's pretty cool when our coaches run through with a set of accomplishments. Last year, my first year, listening to a report about how Joni helped lead the U.S. women's basketball team to gold the 2024 Paris Olympics as an assistant coach, which was her 5th gold medal serving in that USA basketball structure. Joni was a 3-time state champion in track and field at Meridian High School and also crowned homecoming queen. I've used that line every time I've introduced her. And we were just discussing the merits of waking up early. So it says here that her alarm goes off at 4 a.m. That has moved back a little bit to more like 3:30. I wake up early, but that's much earlier than I wake up. And the purpose is you can control that part of your day. I'll explain it for her, and she can confirm this, and she enjoys reading and running. So welcome Joni Taylor to the podium.
Welcome, Coach. If you have a question for Coach, Lorna and Karsten have the microphone. We'll start down front here with AP.
Hey, Coach.
Hey, AP, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much.
Good to see you.
Yes, ma'am. AP Stedham, AP as we see it. Coach, what is the lure of the foreign player, international player? You know, you've been on that circuit, so can you explain that to the folks?
We have 5 international players on our roster this year. I think it's second most behind Florida, who has 7. There's a few things. You know, Commissioner Sankey spoke to my experience with USA Basketball. I've spent the last 4 summers abroad, and so it, in addition to sharpening my toolbox and coaching great players, it allows me to see a lot of players from other countries. And so that's one thing that has really helped. I think the other thing, Darius Taylor, you know, came in and right away was able to, with his contacts and the people that he knows overseas, was able to help us in that regard too. So there's a few different things. Our staff has done a really good job. We've talked about recruiting internationally in the past, and just never really fully committed to it. And this year we did, and you can see the results of that. So I think it's something that we just decided to be really intentional about, and we're really happy with our success in that area.
Okay, we'll go in the front of the podium, row 3.
Luke Evangelist from TexAgs. Coach, I know y'all have struggled with health in the last couple of years. Do you feel like this team this year is better suited and better insulated with starting with 15 healthy players?
Hey, Luke, we're going to knock on some wood there, yes. Having 15, we huddle up every day before practice and stand in a circle. And then after we talk and set our intention for the day, they jog a lap, and then they meet us at on the baseline for the first drill. And it's taken us about 30 seconds longer to jog that lap because we've got 15 players. It is a great thing to see. So yes, I think it is something that allows us to get a lot more done at a lot faster pace. We obviously have some players who we still modify. Lauren Ware's in her 6th year of basketball, and so there's still sometimes that we can modify her and some other players. And in the past, when we had to modify, it changed our practice structure because of the limited number we had on our roster, or we got players who were injured, and that changed it. And now we're able to have the flow that we need, and so the continuity of our practice structure has been a ton better because of that. And so just really proud of the young ladies who were there, what they're doing, and excited about the work they're putting in.
Okay, we'll go here in the second row, right in front of the podium.
Wilton Jackson with the 9 basketball. Coach, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So the one question I want to ask, obviously you have 12 new players, but when you think about having a player like Lauren Ware come back, which you just alluded to, how beneficial is that to the new players coming into the program?
It is something that I can't place a value on. I said this earlier. I will cry buckets of tears when she has her senior night this year because she didn't have to come back for a 6th year. Her body hurts every single day, but she understands just how important it is to continue to leave things better than she found it. She wasn't satisfied with the way we ended our season last year after we got hurt, and she didn't want to walk out that way. And so she wanted to come back to not only have a better season for herself, but she knew some of the players we were bringing in. She saw the players we were signing, and she wanted to be a part of passing on to them what it means to play at Texas A&M, to go to that great institution and to be an Aggie. And so she leads with her voice every single day. She leads by example every single day. She leads in the classroom every single day. She's getting her master's. She's already gotten her undergrad. And so she says the right thing. She does the right thing. Is she perfect? No. But she shows up every single day with intention. And so she's just a great example for the rest of our roster.
Okay, we'll go all the way to the back. Richard.
Hi, Coach. Richard Hendricks, ESPN. Just wanted to know, with the 12 new players and 5 international players, do you expect a different type of play style this season?
I just want everybody to know I recruited Richard Hendricks to Alabama. I'm the reason why he went to the University of Alabama. So I take full responsibility for all of his success. Richard, how are you? In all seriousness, one of the things we talk about with 5 internationals, freshmen, transfers, 3 returners, is being very intentional in our conversation, having effective communication. And so it has really stretched me as a coach to have better. I thought I was a really good communicator, but I've got some players who are looking at me like I've got 2 heads when I'm explaining drills. And so it has really forced me to slow down and to make sure that I'm effective in the things that I say. I think it's also allowed us to figure out ways to connect, to create a bond. 12 new players is a lot. And so we have a team retreat every single year, but in addition to that, we've got journals for them, and they journal for about 5 minutes every day after practice. Sometimes they do it alone. Sometimes they partner up to do that, and they read through their journal entries. One of the things that we've asked this team is, what do you want to interrupt? What in your life do you want to interrupt, or what in practice and on the court do you want to interrupt in your pattern to make you a better person or a better player? And so they journal about those things. One of the other things we do is once a week, after practice is over, they walk 2 laps with a partner. It has to be a different partner every week. In the first lap, one player talks about their week, something that happened good, not so good, something they're praying about, something that's going on in their family, something they got stuck in practice doing. And then the next lap, the second player takes a walk. And so it is a way for them to connect, to continue to get to know each other. And so just again, how can we find small pockets of time to be intentional about getting to know each other? We've got players from all over the country, from all over the United States, and so there's some homesickness setting in and just making sure we're checking on each other.
Okay, we'll go back here in the center.
Can you talk about Fats Janae and what she means to your program and what you saw bringing her in from St. Peter's, and then also her personality, how that helps your team?
I just like to hear her talk. She's one of those people who, like, you just want her to read the encyclopedia and read the dictionary. I just like to hear her talk. We call Fats all gas because there's no breaks. She's all gas in everything she does. It's how she shows up every single day with great energy. You take someone who is leading rebounder in the country and you ask them what their goal is, and she's like, I want to bring the juice. I want to be known for bringing the juice every day. And she does. She's got a toughness to her. Obviously, her skill set's really good. She can play with her back to the basket. She can also face up. She can shoot it. She can handle it in transition. And so she just sets the tone in terms of our mentality, our toughness, and being the one who we know that on both sides of the basketball is going to bring the juice that we need.
Have other questions, raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you. Coach, as we wait for the next question, just talk about what you're looking from your team in non-conference play as you get ready for the gauntlet of SEC basketball.
Our non-conference schedule, we've got a home game against West Virginia, who's really, really talented, and then we're going to go to Kansas State and play. Obviously, everyone who comes into Reed Arena is going to be a tough opponent for us, and then we're going to go to Hawaii and play three really tough games there. And so I do think that our non-conference schedule is going to prepare us for what we know is the toughest league in the country. So I'm excited to get started.
Great. Let's go back down here in the middle.
Coach, what can we see differently from Janae Kent coming into this season?
I think Janae's got her feet under her. This is her second year in our program, so she has a good understanding of what my expectation is for her. She knows the offense, she knows the defense. She really worked on her game this summer. She's just walking around lighter with more confidence. She created a vision board over the summer of what she wanted to do. She's someone who has really high goals for herself as well. As you may know, her brother Jason Kent played at Texas and is now playing professionally. And so she has high aspirations and big dreams. And I think that she has taken the next step in the right direction. And she's someone else, along with Lauren, who is leading by example every single day.
Okay, we have a question back over here, Karsten, on the left.
Coach, never liked to prepare for your teams because of the defensive toughness that we knew we would encounter for however long the game lasted. I know that's not going to change. Will it look different with 12 new players because you have to teach so much?
Thank you, Mike, number one, for saying that. I hope it doesn't look different. You know, something interesting about our defense is that we don't do anything defensively over the summer at all because we ask them to play it at such a high level once the game starts. So the first time we put in anything defensively is when practice starts September 24th. And so we spend a ton of time working on that side of the basketball. I hope it doesn't look any different. We've still got some things to figure out, but we've got players who play with great pace and who've got some toughness to them and who can skinny themselves up through some screens. And so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing.
I think we have a guest question back in the left rear of the room.
Hi, Lauren Ware and Fats Janet from Texas A&M Women's Basketball. So, Joni, why do you wear your shorts so high?
My players and staff ride me every single day because we have to be tucked in. I know there's a new rule this year that says we don't have to tuck in our shorts, our jerseys. We will be tucked in case you're wondering. And I believe that your shorts fit on your belly button. That's where your waist is. And so my shorts are at my belly button because that's where my waist is. And so last year they did, our motto last year was burn the boats, and they told me I had to burn wearing my shorts on my waistline. So last year I did tuck them one time. And so I've gone back to wearing them where I'm comfortable. My pants right now are sitting right here because that's your waist. And so it's what's comfortable for me and it's what's appropriate.
So the decision is purely based off of anatomy?
Yes. Yes,
Thank you. Thank you for the clarification.
Effective communication. Was that better? Yeah, there we go.
Any other questions? Raise your hand and we'll get a microphone to you. Coach, we've got one right here in the middle, third row.
What is the team motto for this year, and can you explain more what it means?
Yeah, thank you for asking, Luke. Our team motto is PTI. It means program, team, individual, in that order always in everything you do with urgency and impact. So in every decision you make, the program comes first, whether that's this drill you're doing in practice, being on time to class, in the community when you go serve, speak, when you're out socially, the program always comes first. The program will always come first. And I think that's something that was important, not only because we have 12 new players, but just in the new model that we have now where we see so many players come in and out. Whoever steps into this program has to understand that everything we do, coaches and staff included, the program is what's most important and always will be. And after that, it's the team. We tell our players all the time, this is the only time this team will be together. You are unique in that way. And so it's everything that you're doing in your preparation, in your thought process, helping to serve the team the best way possible. And then lastly is yourself as individuals, because what we have found is when you think program first and think team second, then usually the individual gets taken care of as well.
Coach Taylor, thank you for your time this afternoon.
Thank you.